I've always wanted to do that. I guess I've watched too much Man vs. Wild. But for me, it's not surviving in the outback or in some remote wilderness. It's trying to take pictures of animals that come into my yard. Animals, bugs, birds, anything that walks, crawls, flies, slithers, and swims in the stream next to my house. I've wanted to do this for years, and so this year, starting in March, or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, I began a project of just photographing things in my backyard. I'm John Simmons. I'm a photographer for the Charlotte Observer. So it's been fun, and what I've found is that a lot of the things I do every day as far as light, composition, and trying to find moments in life are certainly applicable to what I've been trying to do here in the yard. But the other thing I found out was that the extremes of my gear have been what I've used in the yard. I've used a 500mm lens. I've used a macro lens with close-up lenses on it. I've used a 14mm lens. So what I've found is that the stuff I use equipment-wise every day, I haven't used it all in the backyard. And it's been a real learning experience, and it's been a lot of fun working through how to figure out to get closer to animals. Even with the 500mm lens and a teleconverter, I took some real care on getting close to animals. I would walk two or three steps very slowly and stop, make some pictures. Walk another 2 or 3 steps closer to a squirrel or a rabbit and make some pictures. And I just kept getting closer and closer, and a lot of these pictures you'll see are not cropped. They're tight. They're full frame. So it's been, you figure out how to stalk animals in a way a hunter might stalk them. And so it's just move and shoot, but do it all slowly.
When you're out in your yard, lighting is so important, as is time of day. Think of going out in your yard when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon or close to sunset. Those are spectacular times of day to be out in your yard with beautiful light. Subjects in the yard are just, it takes on a different quality. It's the glow, it's the highly directional light that can really make your photos stand apart from what you would do if it were in the middle of the day. Also, think of shooting with backgrounds where light's coming through the back of the leaves. You're seeing the light glow through the green leaves, or in the fall the colorful leaves, or when it's spotty light, very directional contrast of bright and dark areas in the light in your yard. So light is really important to your pictures. Take advantage of it. When I talk about composition, I mean using the rule of thirds. If you are looking through the frame of your camera or your video camera, visually and mentally put 3 lines through the frame, vertically and horizontally, and try to place your subject where those lines intersect. Avoid the middle of the frame in either your still camera or your video camera. It just makes the picture a lot more interesting if everything's not dead center. When I talk about moments, moments are those times of interaction between either 2 species or 2 animals of the same species. Squirrels playing on a branch, or rabbits nuzzling, or a parent bird feeding its young. Those are also really great moments that will help your photos elevate to the next level.
I wasn't able to photograph everything that I've seen before. I missed deer this year, I missed coyote and fox and beaver, but I did get all sorts of small mammals, and like squirrels and rabbits and raccoons. I've got some lizards and all sorts of different kinds of birds. It was a very productive time for this project.